Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, Blue Jays, and Red Sox. The five teams left in the sweepstakes for Juan Soto this offseason. Some of you guys might be wondering, where's this guy going to go? Why is he asking so much money if his defense is, well, you could say mid? Lucky for you, we're here to break it down for you. Starting off with the Blue Jays and Red Sox, in my opinion, the guys least likely to sign this guy. For my opinion, the reasons I say this is because I look at the salary payroll from last year out of the team salaries, and I just see it, and I'm like Red Sox 11th out of the 30 teams and Blue Jays 9th out of 30 teams. Yeah, they kind of pay teams, but if you really look at it closer, these Red Sox guys, they blew the signing with Mookie Betts 4.5 years ago. They blew other deals like Chris Sale. They weren't willing to pay him. That's why he signed with the Braves. And in my opinion, that's just enough evidence for me to count these guys out against guys like the Mets, who are up and coming, made it to the NLCS last year. People like the Yankees and Dodgers made it to the World Series last year. They've been repeating playoff potential teams that have no looks of going and not making the postseason after the guys they're projected to sign, other than Juan Soto, and the guys they already have on their team. So I can just count the Red Sox out there, and then you move on to the Blue Jays, right? These guys, quote unquote, have Shohei Ohtani on a plane to you guys last off season, and then not 4 hours later, Shohei Ohtani, 10-year Dodgers, and along with that, Yamamoto, 12 years Dodgers. The point I'm making here is these guys like the Dodgers and Yankees, and then I guess the Mets, who are now offering Juan Soto 13 years, 611 million. These guys are just not afraid to spend money. And that's the reason I call it quits for these Red Sox and Blue Jays. So the final three, the Dodgers, Yankees, and Mets. Now, I already told you guys the Mets already offered this dude over 600 mil, but it's basically until the end of his career, right? Juan Soto's in his mid 20s, 13-year deal. He'll be about 38, 39 when this deal's over. Will he sign with a team that's up and coming, getting a decent farm system? It's not great, but there are a couple guys in there that are coming up, and they're just like a pretty good looking team. They got some new pitchers they're signing, like Frankie Montas from the Brewers, 2 years. They're looking like they'll probably hit back up in the postseason and get their way to another championship series. So you can definitely see the Mets picking him up, but at the same time, you got to go look at the Dodgers, man. Spent 700 mil, 325 mil, 120 mil. Just signed Blake Snell. Come on, man. They just signed Blake Snell in the offseason, and they extended Tommy Edman, and they all have money on these deferrals. So you think they're not going to spend money on Juan Soto? You gotta be tripping, bro. They deferred all this money for reasons like this. But at the same time, the Dodgers don't need him. They can re-sign Teoscar, go maybe pick up Willie Adames for short, and then throw Tommy Edman back in that center field starting slot, because he's a utility player and he can move around if someone gets hurt. So I can see the Dodgers not picking him up. So if you want to eliminate that from the process, go ahead, and then you're left with the Yankees, because they probably get to talk to him first, because no, sorry, they don't probably, they get to talk to him first because they signed him last year. And then you have 611 million Mets. So who is he going to sign with, Mets or Yankees? That is a decision that I think you guys should make, because that's a very controversial opinion that you're going to say. Yankees fans are going to get all butthurt because they just lost the World Series. I'm a Dodgers fan. And the Mets are going to say, yeah, man, I think we're going to get him. We're looking like we're going to make a good run in the postseason again. 600 mil is a lot to turn down after you just turned down 420 like 4 years back to the Nationals. So I think, in my opinion, I think Juan Soto will sign with the Mets. The Mets are getting ready to drop Pete Alonso. Maybe make a trade with the Cubs. I don't know. Maybe make a trade for Michael Bush, who had a great year with the Cubs last year. And yeah, that's my opinion. I mean, you could see a lot of different ways this could end up going. Anthony Rizzo could go to the Mets, or the Yankees could end up picking up Juan Soto again, and then sign someone like Pete Alonso back to New York, but in a different team on the Yankees. So at this point, I'm just speculating. Let me know your comments down below, and thanks for watching, guys.